Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is your English instructor Kashif Mahmood. Today we are with the same lesson with the same unit, that is unit number 14, and the title of this unit is what Tulip Festival. So now let's start. This is lecture number 2. Competency is vocabulary and grammar. Our topic is simple sentence patterns. So our today's topic is about simple sentence pattern. Before to understand and to discuss simple sentence pattern, we first have to look at the SLO. This is the SLO. Now let's discuss this SLO. Use simple pattern sentences, and the simple pattern sentences are here. First one is SV, that is subject verb. Intransitive, it means that subject verb without object, and the next pattern is subject verb object, subject verb object. And next one is SVA, subject verb adjective, SVA subject verb adverb, and the last one is SVN, subject verb noun. So this is the SLO, and this SLO has introduced these simple sentence patterns. Now let's move and discuss it in detail. Brainstorming. Do you have any knowledge about sentence pattern? So brainstorming is an activity in which we connect to the topic. So this is a valid point. Have you any knowledge about the sentence pattern? Let's discuss. SVO patterns. Other sentence patterns are here. SVN, subject verb noun. For example, he is a boy. This is subject, is a verb, and boy is a noun. So we can say that this is SVN. The next one is SVA, subject verb adjective. For example, Sarah, this is subject, is verb, and beautiful is adjective. So this pattern is called SVA, subject verb and adjective. The next one is SVA, subject verb adverb. For example, she ran quickly. She is subject, ran is verb, and quickly is adverb. So this pattern is called SVA, subject verb adverb. Now SVN, subject verb noun. Once again G, subject verb noun. For example, the men are doctors. The man is subject or is verb, and doctor is object or noun, you can say. Now let's move G. So these are the sentence pattern. Look at this. What is this? Sentence pattern. A sentence pattern shows how words are arranged in a sentence. So it is very clear from this simple definition what is sentence pattern. Sentence pattern is that shows how words are arranged in a sentence. It helps us understand the order of the subject, verb, and object, adjective, adverb, or noun. So simply we can say sentence pattern is about the arrangement of the words in a sentence, like these we have already discussed. Now let's move to the next slide. Common sentence patterns. Once again, number 1, the first one is subject verb. Subject verb, it means without object, without object. Now, this pattern, this is the simplest pattern. Yes, this is the simplest pattern. It has a subject and a verb only. It means it does not have any object or complement. It is also called intransitive, no object needed, intransitive sentence pattern. For example, birds fly. Right. The whole sentence is giving the full thought without object. Now, the second one is the baby sleeps. The baby is subject and sleep is verb, and subject and verb when combined they are conveying the whole idea without any object. And the last one is children laugh. Children is the subject and laugh is the verb, and only subject and verb are conveying the whole idea of the sentence. It means these sentences don't need any object. Such type of the sentences are called SV. So, students, you learn the first sentence pattern in which just two things are united. The first one is subject, the other one is verb, and it doesn't need any object. Now, move to the next sentence pattern. This is SVO pattern. So, sentence structure SVO pattern, like SVO pattern with direct and indirect objects. So, we can say that if we have a subject and verb and we have to put object with it, the object is of two types, that is direct object and indirect object. So, there will be the two types of the pattern SVO pattern with direct and indirect object. Now, a direct object is a word affected by the action of the verb directly. Yes, definitely. An indirect object tells to whom or for whom the action of the verb is done. The subject comes first, the verb second, and the object third. For example, she challenged the kitchen. She cleaned the kitchen. She is the subject, cleaned is the verb, and kitchen is the object. She cleaned the kitchen. The subject of a sentence can be singular or plural. For example, they washed their clothes. They washed their clothes. So this is they is the plural one. The clothes, this is also plural. The verb form can change depending on whether the subject is singular or plural. Definitely the verb is changed according to its subject. For example, he packed his bag. Yes, definitely the verb must always agree with its subject. Yes, it is the basic rule of the patterns that verb will be according to its subject. If the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. Right. For example, she is doing her chores. She is doing her chores. She is the singular and the verb is also singular. So, the subject verb are agreeing. The pattern could be subject, verb, direct object, indirect object. Subject, verb, indirect object plus direct object. So, dear learners, dear students, you have already learned and now you also know about all these patterns. Let's move to the next slide and have some more knowledge about these patterns. Yes, SVO patterns. It means subject, verb, object. And keep in mind, when we talk about the object, object is of two types, that is direct object and indirect object. So, look at this graph, this picture. So, I finished my work. I is the subject. Who does this action? That is the subject. I. Finished, that is the verb. This is action, it means verb. My work, object. To whom, to what, right? किसके ऊपर? To whom, right? Now, this is the example. Umar gave a present to Shahid. So this is the subject, this is verb, and a present is direct object and indirect object is Shahid. So now common sentence patterns. First one is subject verb, subject and verb. Next one is subject verb object, subject verb object. And third one is SVA, that is called subject verb adverb or adverbial. It will also be adjectives. These are the basic three common sentence patterns. So this is your homework. Identify and underline a relative clause from the text and use them in sentences. Right. Simulations is also available here at this address. Now, this is worksheet. The worksheet is attached with this PPT. Right. These are the resources which are available to you people whenever you start your personal studies. Now, thank you. So, thank you so much. This is all about today's lecture. Take care of yourself till tomorrow with the new lecture. Allah Hafiz.